How's everybody doing, and welcome back to the channel. Just been doing a bunch of boring stuff that really doesn't justify you guys wasting your time. Not that it's a waste of time, but you guys watching anything. I've just been working on, I do have my bumper completely tore apart. There's my outer shell or the cover. Here's the inner structure, and like I told you before, these outer support brackets, they were bad. I did order some new ones from Rock Auto, and I also have my grill on the way too. I got it from Rock Auto also. I basically blew everything apart and just painted everything with my Pour 15, and everything inside and out is painted. I covered the whole bumper, took everything apart. This is a plastic piece. This is just basically a clip here that holds the cover on. It's just got some clips there, and it does clip into the back of the cover, and then it goes over this top edge right here. So I need to get some new hardware. Pretty much everything broke or was cut off. So this is the bottom support here. I got it covered and some Pour 15. Basically, I just wire brushed everything by hand, and then took it to the car wash because it's been kind of cold here. We actually had snow yesterday, believe it or not. That's kind of what's left. We were at a sports banquet last night, or sports benefit last night for the football association or sports association for some fundraisers called Reverse Raffle. And when we came out, the whole ground was covered, the parking lot was covered, all the vehicles were covered. So yeah, it was quite interesting. And then woke up this morning to 24 degrees. So I've just been out here in the garage trying to move some things around, move my heater over, found a new home for the hoist. I hope that my wife can get in between there. I don't know, we'll see. I've been having her park in the garage off and on. Got to get the caddy in here, but I did drop off the strut cups for powder coat. Those are getting done textured black. What else? Oh, one other thing. As you know, Hot Shots. Always the first link in the description. Right underneath, like, comment, subscribe. Check them out. New coupon code CM73, still the same, but it has been changed to a bottle of Everyday Diesel. Spring is here, so let's think warm thoughts. Like I said, any purchase you make, if you purchase a bottle of this, you're going to get a free bottle. Just put coupon code CM73 in at checkout, and they will send you a free bottle of Everyday Diesel with any purchase that you make. It don't matter how much you spend or how little you spend. As long as you use that code, you're going to get a free bottle of Everyday Diesel from now until fall. So I do have... I'm going to wait. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to tell you guys about that later on. So trying to think what else. Right here is the outer brackets. I did pick these up from Rock Auto, and I do have a brand new sport grill coming also. These from Rock Auto, these are the outer brackets. And it's not going to tell me the price. I paid like 40 bucks a piece for them, so it wasn't too bad. There's a right and a left side. Like I said, there is a right and a left side, and this is why they pretty much rot out. They are very thin. You can see how that edge, that's double thickness there that's smashed down. It almost seems like they're made out of conduit, to be honest with you. This one's stamped R for right side. So yeah, we're gonna get these on pretty much like that. Sorry, this one goes on this side, right side. And then basically that'll be bolted on. The paint's still wet because I just painted today. And then that supports the outside edge where the fog lights are of that outer bumper. So those will bolt on there. These are, I got both of them. I got the right and the left side. So tomorrow I'll start putting everything back together. I need to get new hardware for here. All new hardware for there. I had to cut every one of these off with my die grinder or cutoff wheel. So I'm going to be getting new hardware for those. I'm not going to get these clips. I'm just going to grab some like number 8s or number 10s by probably inch, and some lock washers or some nylon nuts or something like that, and do it that way. You don't have to use those clips. That's just how they come from the factory. Kind of deciding what I want to do with the fog lights. These can be wet sanded and buffed. Traditionally you'll hit them with some 2000, or start with 1000 and 1500 and 2000, and then buff them back out either on the wheel, or use some compound and some automotive compound and a wool buffing wheel, and they will come back and looking new. But these look pretty sad. Both of them do. I'm kind of gonna see what is out there. It's been a long while since I've searched for anything as far as some sport bumper lights. I've saw some guys take and put cubes in there. I don't really like the look of the cubes in there, because you're putting a square hole, putting a square peg in a round hole basically. So I don't like that look. I know it's kind of backwards, but you get what I'm trying to say. I don't really like that look, so I may search out something else. They do have some pretty cool round LEDs I've saw. Basically they're just I've saw guys use them as backup lights and stuff, so I'll measure that opening and see if I can possibly use some round LEDs in there. Not certain what I'm going to do yet, but I'm sure there's some different stuff out there now for those. Worked on this just a little bit. I did get quite a bit of that hump out of there. If you remember, that was up quite a bit. It's still up just a little bit. All I did was take my heat gun, heat this whole area up right here, and just put down pressure on it. I just didn't let it cool off enough before I left go of it, and it cooled basically back where it was. So I'm gonna have to do some really good painting. Painting? Yeah. Gonna have to do some really good body work. There's a big crack right here as far as crack in the paint itself. So that's gonna have to be sanded and filled just a little bit. And that's a question I have for you guys. Also, the crack on the back side. One of you guys said, or a couple of you guys said, possibly plastic welding it. I thought about that, but what I think I'm gonna do is just go get some window weld. That is some remarkable glue, or some 2-part epoxy, something like that. And I'm just gonna take some small 1/8" pop rivets and pop rivet some steel in there, and reinforce it and glue everything back together, and then basically just body work it. It is on the bottom, so it is a work truck, so I'm not going to be too concerned with it. All I want it to do is be held together so it doesn't crack anymore. Okay, back to painting. I want you guys to tell me how I should do it. I do have a local paint store here. I can get my color mixed up in an aerosol in just a single stage paint. Would you guys like to see it done that way? Or would you guys like to have a base clear, do a 2-stage paint job on the grill when it comes? The grill should be here Tuesday. I'm gonna have to hit it with some, like a red Scotch-Brite, and then some adhesion promoter, and then prime it. Basically your primer will stick to the adhesion promoter, and then your paint will stick to your primer. What the adhesion promoter does, it just slightly gels the surface of that plastic. So when you prime it, everything kind of etches together, and you got a good bond between primer and plastic. Therefore, you're gonna have a good bond between your primer and your paint. But what I want you guys to tell me, how would you like to see this bumper and that grill painted? Just some aerosol, some spray bombs, do a single stage. What the single stage is acrylic enamel, and then you spray it on, and there's no buffing, polishing at all. If I can get a smooth enough surface on my clear coat, I probably wouldn't buff and polish it anyway. Basically all I usually do that on is my bigger surfaces. So I do have 3 different paint guns. I have 2 paint guns that are sealed over there in that box right there. And then I got a small touch-up paint gun in my big toolbox there. I have painted before. I've painted a couple of motorcycles. I've painted my oldest son's neon. And I painted a 52 Chevy truck for my father-in-law that I restored for him several years ago. So you guys tell me, hit me up in the comment section, how would you like to see them pieces done? And you know, I'll make it happen, whether single stage just out of a rattle can, or would you like to see a 2-stage job done from start to finish using base clear. I do have some clear coat left down in the basement, so I don't think I have any activators, so I would need to get some of that, and then also get my paint mixed up in a base coat. So anyway, hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you guys would like to see. That way I know how I'm going to be doing it. These areas here, you can see where this black paint is starting to flake off. So this actually should be stripped completely down to the bare plastic again. But I don't know if that's, I don't know. That's what actually should be done to get a proper bond and proper adhesion to that. Otherwise, you could hit this where it's coming off with some adhesion promoter, spray it with some high build primer, and then that high build primer will fill this area here. So, but in reality, everything should come off and it should be recoated and done that way, just like the grill is going to come bare plastic, and I'm gonna have to do it with some adhesion promoter and then some primer. So anyway, that's what I wanted to do, is just catch you guys up where I'm at, where I've been, and what I've been doing. I didn't want to bore you with brush strokes as far as the inner structure of the bumper, because that's all I've been doing is just basically with a brush back and forth. And then I had to rebuild a prop for my wife's dance studio there, not the wheelchair, the gold thing here, there. That's what that is a makeshift luggage rack that I built for her dance competition this year. So anyway, let me know what you think as far as single stage or 2-stage. How would you like to see that? And other than that, that's pretty much all I have. Don't forget about coupon code CM73. Any purchase made, you get a free bottle of EDT. Other than that, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and we'll talk to you guys later on. Bye-bye.